I'm not seeing it. It's not on there.
Go out back in.
Go for RSN.
Yep, I got it now on ASN.
We're good. We're on RSN as well. Not really expecting much on there. They'll probably be like, why is Greenwood and Parkview on here? Here we are at War Memorial Stadium, live with the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week between the Greenwood Bulldogs and the Little Rock Parkview Patriots. And Brad Caldwell, Blake Miller, Duran Miller here on the sides of me. And we're ready to bring you some live action. We got a whole crew in here. I couldn't even begin to call all of them. But Blake Miller is glad to have you here once again.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Y'all got here a lot earlier than I did. You got everything nice and set up, and I show up about 30 minutes ago, and it's all set up for me. So
and Duran,
can't beat that.
Duran, you're joining us here for the first time.
Yeah, man. Arkansas Sports Network. Glad to be here tonight. Thursday night game, and looking forward to a good one right here.
All right, we're going to go to an interview. We got James Joynter. We're going to go to him. He's going to tell us a little bit about his commitment and why he chose the Arkansas Razorbacks. Joining us here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, we have James Joynter of the Parkview Patriots. James, thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
So, James, you are obviously one of the most heralded recruits in the state of Arkansas. The University of Arkansas, Coach Sam Pittman picked you up, but you had to do something to get their attention. How has the season been going so far for you and your Parkview teammates?
It's been going great. We're 3-0 right now. Hopefully making that 4-0 tomorrow. But as far as the season, we've been going in the right direction, and hopefully we can keep that, and just, overall just getting better each and every day at practice with those guys. And Coach Bolden and the staff do a good job, motivating us seniors, since it's our last year, reminding us every day that it's our last practice on this date or whatever date that may be.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it goes by very quickly, and you'll be looking back here about 4 or 5 years from now saying the same thing. As you go up on the hill to the University of Arkansas, you committed pretty early in the process here with the University of Arkansas. Tell us a little bit about why you chose the University of Arkansas.
Man, just, I had the offer as a freshman, and, with the last staff, they showed me love. And then, when Coach Pittman first got the job, he was one of the first guys he offered, in state. So that meant a lot to me. And then ever since then, it's like since I first met Coach Pittman, ever since then, that was the school that showed the most love, with me having 30 offers. That was a sign from God, your home state showed the most love. So, and just the staff, man, it kind of, they keep it real with me. So, that stood out to me. And I think I could be more successful in Arkansas than I could at any other school that recruited me.
So who were some of your offers from besides Arkansas?
I had Mizzou, Florida State, Michigan State, Tennessee, Arizona State, Utah. Man, I don't even know. It's been a little minute since I had to stake that list out. But I know I had a total of 30. Kansas State, Kansas, Colorado State, Louisville. Man, it's a bunch of them. It's hard to remember all of them.
What is it that you do so well to get those people to look at James Joynter?
Obviously, coach, when they recruit you, they tell you, things they liked about you. The thing I got a lot from a lot of different schools was that I could catch and run. Most running backs, they just like to run the football, and they lead to catch it up to the receivers. I like to do both, try to, help out in the pass game and the run game. So I think, that's one of the big reasons why, I got highly recruited.
You got a lot of prospects on your team besides yourself. Some that are looking at Arkansas. Your teammate Jaylen White just committed to Ole Miss. Talk about him just a little bit.
Oh man, Jalen, we've been teammates since middle school. So just being able to our senior year to be able to be right alongside of him, and I'm pretty sure he said the same thing. He was talking about me. It's just it's a great feeling knowing you got a dude, being being a great athlete. Then next to you is another good athlete at quarterback. Just overall, man, he a humble dude. That's why me and him we pretty tight because I like to be humble. He humble. He a hard worker. Blue collar worker, man. He come in and works every day.
Yeah.
Don't complain much. And I'm the type of guys I like to be around. And with him committing to Ole Miss, I'm proud of him. No matter if he chose Arkansas, or, at the end of the day, after Arkansas Ole Miss play, we'll probably hop on FaceTime, laugh and joke about the game. So.
There you go. So tell us a little bit about how you're feeling about Arkansas right now. I mean, when you committed, you weren't committing to what was necessarily a successful program. And here are now, they're 3-0. They're number 16 in the country. They just beat Texas in a massive atmosphere there. And now big game on Saturday against A&M with even more on the line. Talk a little bit about your pride and who you've committed to so far.
Oh, man, I'm just amazed, in the direction that Coach Pittman is, taking the program. Just overall how, like last year, how, he won more games than, a lot of people expected, with him coming in during the pandemic, not having the whole summer to practice and everything, I'm pretty, I'm excited. I know it's not I'm pretty excited. I'm definitely excited and, my decision to commit to Arkansas.
Absolutely. And I'm sure every win makes you even more excited. Did you get a chance to go to that Texas game?
Oh, yeah. I was there. That Texas game will probably be my best, experience as a recruit besides the day I committed. But other than that, man, that's probably be my best experience as a recruit, man. The atmosphere was just – man, I had chills on the sideline like I was going to be ready to play. It was just, it was amazing.
Well, that is incredible. Tell us about, do you know any stats? You got anything going on right now as far as your stats go this year?
Right now, we played, 3 games, so 3 touchdowns. I don't know about all the yards and all that. I don't get into that, man. I just try to worry about, as long as it's a W, man, beside, Parkview at the end of the game. I try not to worry about it, I let, the stat keepers and whoever else, I leave that up to the people to, keep up with the stats and all that. So I just, I'm just here to help my team win and, get better each and every day.
You play a tough Greenwood team. Talk a little bit about what you know about the Bulldogs.
Man, I hear a lot that, they're a real well-respected team because, they win state. In 6A almost every year. We didn't get to play them last year, but I don't know much, about like this player, that player. I don't know none of the guys on the team. I just know they're a real respected opponent, and we respect those guys. I mean, obviously you got to put some respect on their name. They win state, almost every year. Well-coached team, obviously, and I mean, man, it's hard to speak. I don't know much about them, and I just know we're ready to play this ball game tomorrow.
All right. Well, James, man, I really appreciate you joining us here as we get ready for this Greenwood and Parkview game, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. James Joynter joining us here on the pregame of the Arkansas Sports Network game of the week, Greenwood versus Parkview, and we'll be back right after this.
back here at historic War Memorial Stadium as we're getting ready to bring you one of the more exciting games of this week, the Greenwood Bulldogs and the Parkview Patriots. And Blake, last week we saw one of the best teams in the state of Arkansas really go hard against one of the best teams in the state of Oklahoma. Shiloh was unable to come up with a victory, but boy, I tell you what, tonight I'm just excited about this ball game.
Yeah, two teams from Arkansas, finally. We got two offenses that can really both be explosive. They showed it early in the season. Greenwood scored over 60 points in their first game. Parkview has scored 47 twice in 3 games. So, I mean, these are two offenses that can really light it up.
So, again, one of the reasons that we do what we do is that we want you to see Razorback recruits. We want to see the future on the hill. One of those guys is James Joynter. Duran, I tell you what, James is an exciting young man at the running back position for the Patriots.
Yeah, he's awesome. I got to watch him up close and personal last year against Russellville. He took a 79-yard swing pass to the house, and just electric running back, and can really do a lot of things for your offense and be very explosive for you.
Make sure that you're hitting that share button, letting everybody know that you're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week here on the Arkansas Sports Network, both Facebook and YouTube. Make sure that you get this out. Again, if you want to see the future on the hill, this is where you need to go, right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. James Joynter and Jaylen White, they're two guys that are a pretty much a dynamic duo. We've got one of those guys just committing to the Ole Miss Rebels, while the other one is going to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Jalen White is a guy that is playing quarterback for Parkview. He's 30 of 47 passing. He's got 4 touchdowns on the season. He actually averages a whopping 12.6 yards per carry, Blake. Wow.
I did not know that stat. That 12 yards a carry. I mean, you can't match that. I mean, that's a guy that you can do everything you can do to take away the pass.
So we're going to see a Parkview team that is pretty much at full strength and a Greenwood team that might not be as much at full strength, Duran.
Yeah, they've got a backup quarterback getting a start tonight. He's a sophomore. Name is Slade Dean, and
great grandson of Dizzy Dean.
Crazy, ain't it? Great grandson of Dizzy Dean, so he's got a legacy to upkeep there. And
his first name's actually Dizzy. That's that's crazy.
Dizzy Slade Dean, and this does look like a Greenwood team that they lost to Northside after they had that injury to their starting quarterback, 29-21, and in a close game. First time they've lost to a Fort Smith team in quite a while. And it definitely looks like they're a little bit vulnerable right now, and this could be Parkview's time. I think Greenwood's won the last 6 against Parkview, and this could be tonight that Parkview changes the title.
And I'll tell you what, Parkview has got a tough schedule coming up. Not only do they play Greenwood, but next week they play number 2, Lake Hamilton. The next week they play number 3, Benton, and then that's not including teams like Russellville, who's on the rise. Mountain Home is a better team. This 6A West, it's a very, very brutal conference.
I mean, it's a schedule that's easy to get distracted by. You don't want to focus just on one game. You look at the whole thing and you think, wow, like how many good teams you have to play, but they got to focus on beating Greenwood tonight so that backup quarterback doesn't beat them.
And so here we are tonight. We're getting ready for kickoff again, and one of the best games that you will see in the state of Arkansas this week is the number 1 team in the 6A, Greenwood, taking on the number 5 team in 6A in Parkview. It looks like Parkview will receive the kickoff from Greenwood. Greenwood deferred their chance to the second half, and so here we go. We're getting ready to see some great high school football. Looking like it's kicking for Greenwood is going to be number 40, Ben Moy, 5'11", 219-pound senior kicker for the Bulldogs. Back deep to receive for Parkview, we've got number 28, that's Trent Bennett, and I believe that's number 7, Willie Eccles. Eccles is a kid that's a junior. Looks like he's next up in the backfield for the Parkview Patriots, and possibly a Razorback recruit coming on next year.
I mean, yeah, Parkview's going to make a really good habit of having good skill players that go play D1 ball. I mean, obviously a kid that can go with a good season next year, I mean, could really have his hopes up for a D1 school.
So here we go. Kickoff by Moy is deep, and Eccles is going to receive it. Parkview's got the wall set up. He's got a hole. He's going, oh my goodness, he's going to the 50, to the 40. He's going to beat him to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Willie Eccles, and just like that, Parkview's up 6-0 on the kickoff.
Willie Eccles take
Hole. He's going, oh my goodness, he's going to
kicker.
the 50, to the 40. He's going to beat him to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Willie Eccles, and just a hole. And he hit it, and just like that, right on the kickoff, you knew that the kicker really didn't have a chance against Eccles right there, and that was a touchdown for Parkview. And here we go, folks. Could there be an upset in the making?
Yeah, opening kickoff, 95 yards, and he looked electric on that play. Nice job hitting that hole and bouncing it down the sideline.
A lot of bursts there. I tell you what, nothing against Moy, but he just didn't have the speed. It looks like trying to figure out what they got going on here on the sideline for the point after attempt. They're trying to figure it out. It looks like Parker Perry is going to be your kicker as they get ready to add the extra point. 6-0 Parkview, and on 11 minutes and some change here. 11:51 actually.
Where are you seeing that?
Oh, kick is no good, and that was actually number 10, Peyton Presson. Peyton Presson with the kick. 11 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It is Parkview 6, Greenwood nothing. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Full pads.
We're back here at War Memorial Stadium getting ready for the kickoff as Greenwood now will receive after the opening kickoff was returned by Parkview. I'm trying to see my numbers down there. I know that number 33 is Jake Glover. He's one of the men that's down there to return. They kick it short, and Greenwood takes it. I believe number 22, Colt Owenby, took it, and we're going to bring the Greenwood offense onto the field. Blake, one of the biggest stats that I've seen preparing for this game, Greenwood coming into this ball game averages over 700 yards of offense.
And it's an offense that can be explosive. The last game, they scored the lowest points they've scored all year, but they're looking to get back to how they played at the beginning of the season, scoring 50, 60 points a game.
Handoff goes to Glover. Glover goes over the right side. He makes a spin move, and he's got Green all the way in front of him. He's at the 30, at the 20. He's going to get run out of bounds about the 4-yard line, maybe the 3. Big-time pickup there for Jake Glover. Big-time run there. Ball started on the 35-yard line. They get all the way down to the 3. That is a 62-yard run for Greenwood, and they're back up. Here we go. Snap goes to Dean. Dean hands the ball to Glover. Glover's dropped.
Didn't have any chance to get anything going there. Parkview blew him completely off the line of scrimmage and tackled him in the backfield. Back down to looks like the 4 or the 5.
Kavion Perkins on the tackle for Parkview. Sophomore quarterback Slade Dean making his first start for Greenwood. 5 wide receivers for Greenwood. He's looking to the left. He throws a little out pass. Ball's dropped. Looked like number 28. That would have been Trent Bennett. He would have been there. Ball was intended for number 11. That's L.J. Robbins. L.J. Robbins on the intended receiver there. Now we got third down and goal, I should say, for Greenwoods. Here we go. Rolling to the right is Dean. He doesn't look like he's got anywhere to go. He throws in the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown. Touchdown Greenwood. Aiden Kennan with the reception. Touchdown Greenwood. 5-yard touchdown pass for Greenwood. That makes the game tied up at 6. And you got to wonder, just like last week, with 11:01 left to play, just like last week, will kicking be a big part of this ball game?
Just missing a few extra points will do it for you.
We saw that last week. It was a big deal. Sand Springs was able to overcome there with Shiloh, but wow, it really could have been a disaster. Greenwood kicks it up, it's good, and Greenwood, just like that, we've got 2 touchdowns within the first minute of the ball game. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this. Greenwood 7, Parkview 6. We'll be back in just a moment. Back at War Memorial Stadium, 7-6, Greenwood with the advantage. Parkview returns the opening kick for a touchdown, and then it wasn't just the next play. It was Jake Glover taking it all the way down to the 3-yard line. Greenwood was able to throw a touchdown pass to make the game 6-6. Extra point was good, and now we've got a 7-6 ball game with 11:01 left. If that's any indication, well, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah. You score 2 touchdowns within the first minute. I mean, that really means, 2 huge plays.
Well, it looks like Greenwood's going to go for the short kickoff now. They're not going to even try to kick it to Eccles. They do kick it short. Ball is fielded by number 10, Peyton Presson. Presson trying to get outside. The speed of Parkview is playing a role in this game already. Presson goes to the 35-yard line. Parkview will get their first chance at offense.
Yeah, and that last drive by Greenwood, just an excellent job by the sophomore quarterback getting his first start in a big situation like this. And he just rolled to the right and found that guy running down the back of the end zone and did a good job. He threaded the needle on that. So that's very confidence building for if you're a Greenwood Bulldog to see that. So let's see what Parkview can do here on their first drive from scrimmage.
New Ole Miss commit Jaylen White coming in at quarterback, dotted in the pistol formation. He's got James Joynter there, and here we go. We're ready to go. First play from scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be a procedure penalty, maybe an illegal substitution. I guess it is procedure.
Snap, false start, offense.
5-yard penalty will back up Parkview 1st and 15. And that's one thing you don't want to do against this Greenwood team. Don't give them anything. I think Parkview is really catching Greenwood at a good time tonight. So these are the type of things you don't want to happen.
Yeah, Greenwood, they got a couple guys out on defense, and it's going to be hard to make up for it.
Joynter goes right over the top of number 19, Levi Russell. Joynter coming off the end. That was a pickup of, trying to find it, about 7 yards there. 8 yards. We'll give him 8 yards. 2nd down and 7. Here, a ball on the 37-yard line. Parkview, not in quite the hurry that Greenwood is. Greenwood running more of the hurry-up, no huddle. It looks like a little sugar huddle for Parkview. That's what they're doing. Got 2 wide receivers coming down to the left-hand side, singled up at the right. Joynter is your back. Jalen Smith looks like he's running an H-back, 6 foot, 194-pounder. Little cross-flow zone, nothing there, but White bounces outside. He's going to get all the way up to about, looks like they're going to spot that on, they're going to spot it at the 44-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down, and a short. No, they're going to give it to 1st down. So 1st down for Parkview. They reset the change, and I tell you what, the speed of Parkview is jumping off the page right now.
Yeah, all they had to do is just read exactly where the defensive lineman's going to go and just go the other way and just bounce it outside.
Joynter gets up to the right-hand side, and again, 19's there. Nice tackle there by number 19, Levi Russell, but Joynter gets about 9 yards on that one. So we got 2nd down and 1 now with 9 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Parkview is now moving the ball into Greenwood territory. Parkview looks like they're going twins to the left-hand side. Again, pistol back. White calling for the snap. He looks at his defense, now looks at his coaches. They're going to make a little audible here. Joynter behind White. Ball's handed off to Joynter up the middle. Not much doing there. Just a 1 yard gain for Joynter. Second down and 9.
And great job by that Greenwood defense. Finally getting the stuff. I mean, he was blowing right through their defensive linemen and their linebackers on the last 2 runs. So.
Well, one thing you're going to know about Greenwood tonight, they're not going to lay down. No matter what, no matter how many people are injured, they're going to be here. They're going to play hard. They're going to fight hard. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Greenwood's a winning culture. And these kids, I mean, they know how to play hard.
Ball thrown to Joynter. He's around the down to the sideline. Boy, he just about broke that one there. Joynter.
Yeah, Greenwood's a winning culture. And these kids, I mean, they know how to play hard.
Ball thrown to Joynter. He's around the down to the sideline. Boy, he just about broke that one there.
Yeah, Greenwood's
I think we'll give it to him as a pass. So 21-yard gain. Joynter gets the reception, and here we go. Parkview again, man in motion. Ball handed off to Joynter. He's got a little bit there, but not much as Greenwood swarms him.
I love what Parkview's doing here, spreading you out, getting them athletes in some space, and they're just doing a good job getting methodical down the field on this drive.
3-yard gain for James Joynter and the Parkview Patriots. Ball now on the 21-yard line. Second down and 7. Jaylen White calling for the snap. Turns around, rides it to Joynter. He gets upfield. Oh, he's got room, and that's going to be a touchdown, folks. Did they get it? Yes, he did. That's a touchdown. 21-yard touchdown run from Jaylen White. And just like that, Parkview has answered the Greenwood score.
And Jalen White just making another good read there on the fake handoff and taking it around the end. I mean, you get athletes like that in speed or like that in space and let them use their speed to get around the edge. It's easy touchdown every time.
Touchdown Jaylen White. Parkview now trying to add the extra point. The last attempt wasn't great. Let's see if it can be any better this time. Kick is up, and it is good. It was, and Parkview adds the extra point to make the score 13-7 with 8 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. And I tell you what, it's up and down the field. We'll be back with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
We're back here at historic War Memorial Stadium. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. It has already been up and down the field. 13-7 is your score. Parkview now with the kick. Kicking it to the up back. That's number 24, which is Aiden Kennan. Kennan has it. He's already got a touchdown today. He's going to bring it up to about the 33-yard line where we'll begin our drive right there as Greenwood tries to answer the Parkview score.
Yeah, I mean, both teams lighting it up on offense. Not seeing a lot from either defense late at all. Just, it's going to be an offensive show today.
It is. It sure is. And I think we're here for a fun one. We were here for a fun one against Shiloh Christian and Sand Springs. I think we're going to be here for another fun one tonight. Greenwood getting ready to start the offense. Kennan goes in motion. Ball's handed off, goes up the middle. Now he's got a little bit of room. Ball's on the ground. Do they have a fumble? Oh, and we got a hurt. Looks like we may have a hurt running back here. We have a fumble. What are they calling? Nobody's calling anything. Looks like Greenwood's got the ball. Looks like that's a gain of about 9. Number 33, Jake Glover, he carried the ball. He's coming off, limping a little bit. Taking his place is Dylan Tucker, 5'10", 225-pound back. Big boy. Now we've got a penalty. What do we got? False start. So that's going to, after the 9-yard gain, it's going to back them up. Snap infraction. So it looks like he might have faked the snap. So here we are now with a 2nd down and 6. Ball's on the 37. Greenwood shifts. Empty backfield. Now they shift the back to him, and we've got another penalty. Looks like another false start, snap infraction.
Snap infraction, 52 offense.
Oh. So we got 2nd down and 11, and I can't see if he's moving it, but they're saying he is down there. So 2nd and 11, Dean rolls out to the right. He's looking. He's got a man there. He slipped down. That's number 84, Luke Brewer. That's a guy that we have been told to watch. He's the man that you want to see here if you're Greenwood getting the ball.
Oh, yeah, big part of this explosive off. I mean, there's absolutely no defense being played yet so far. It's just all about the offense.
So 3rd down and 11. Parkview with a big opportunity right here. Try to get Greenwood off the field. And we've got possibly another snap infraction.
Looks like a false start on Greenwood.
Yeah, 2-minute motion.
Yep. Looks like Greenwood's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the first quarter play. 13-7 is your score. Parkview with the lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
Greenwood.
We understand an upside-down world. We understand a rogue virus, 0 jobs, and stratospheric tuition. But they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Not so fast. Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will. We will because our future is the future. Because the life we have chosen has prepared us for this moment in history. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
In on the action.
But make sure you're letting somebody know that you're watching high school football right here on the Arkansas Sports Network's Game of the Week. We've got some good ones for you this season. Jaylen White fakes. He's looking right. Eludes a Greenwood defender, but he can't elude 2 of them. Number 21, Carl Sanders. Looks like that's going to be a sack and a loss of 3 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, rare to see Jaylen White take the sack like that, but I mean, he got away from one guy, but I mean, as soon as you try to get away from that guy, the other guy catches up to you.
Held on to it a little bit too long. Yeah. Play wasn't there, and he just, the way he has his legs, just pull it down and go. Jaylen White handing the ball off. Ball goes up, gets up to about the 32-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain. That's going to bring up a 3rd down, and it looks like about 8 yards to go. Tavian Haney with the carry. Tavian Haney, 6 foot, 178-pound running back. Lots of guys you can give the ball to here at Parkview.
Greenwood got a big chance to get the defense off the field right now.
This is 4-down territory. Jaylen White is going to take the snap, but we've got a false start penalty. Penalties are hurting both teams right now. So that's going to back them up 5. That's going to bring up third down and about 13. Ball will be back at the 37-yard line, wiping out the 5-yard gain on the previous play. So 6:05 left here in the third quarter. 3rd and 13, and here we go. Jaylen White going to be the quarterback. Walter Hobbs is your running back. 4 wide receiver look. White drops back. He's looking across the middle. He has a man. The ball is dropped a little bit high there for Stephen Walls. 5'11", 188-pound receiver there. And like I said, I think this might be 4-down territory, but they may just go ahead and punt it and take the field position.
Yeah, they're going to try to just pin them back. I mean, they're not going to give it to them, with just a few yards to get into their own territory, or to get into their territory. So better just to try to make it a game of field position. And it's a long ways to go to get a first down, too.
So here we go. Another procedure penalty. Looked like they might have had a trick play on that one. Parker Perry looked like he might have going back to take the handoff on a reverse from Xavier Branch. But 5-yard penalty, probably going to wipe that one out now.
Yeah, both teams 3 yards, or 3 penalties for 15 yards apiece right now, and a little bit sloppy.
So here we go. Looks like there'll probably be a straight punt on it this time. Again, Xavier Branch going to kick it. He kicks it. Got a good punt there. Takes a good bounce. Gets all the way down to the 7-yard line where Greenwood will take over. It is 13-7, 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter play. Lots of fireworks so far between both teams. If you are just joining us, for opening kickoff was returned by Willie Eccles, 95 yards. Then just 4 plays later, Aiden Kennan takes a 5-yard touchdown pass, 65-yard drive with 11 minutes and 1 second to play. Jaylen White scores on a 21-yard run just a few minutes later, and it has been crazy quick today, and we got an official timeout. They didn't do a good enough job of stopping the play.
33 after he got hurt earlier and fumbled. He comes back in, and they don't hear the whistle, and he gets popped again.
Yes, he did. So here we go. Ball on the 7-yard line, 1st and 10. Official stoppage in play here.
Yeah, Jake Glover had that 62-yard run earlier to get things set up for Greenwood early.
So if you're liking what we're doing, let us know in the comments. Make sure you're sharing it, liking it. That way everybody can see what's going on, that you're watching Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Handoff goes up the middle. Nice job, Parkview's there. Looks like it'll be a gain of about 3 there, so 2nd down and 7 on the play. Again, number 33, Jake Glover. He's been getting the big share of the carries. So here we go. Shotgun. Dean is in the shotgun. Glover to his left. Fake goes to Glover. Steps up in the pocket. He's got somebody deep, but ball's picked off. Picked off by Kavion Perkins. Perkins gets all the way down to the 18. He stays up. He falls forward all the way to the 16. We got a flag on the play. We're going to see what the flag is. Shotgun. Glover to his left. Fake goes to Glover. Steps up in the pocket. He's got somebody deep, but ball's picked off. What's happening here? I think we might have a hold, which will be declined by Parkview, but we'll make sure that the ref, he gets to make the call. I don't. Really hadn't gotten anything just yet. They're still discussing what's going on, and it looks like they're going to bring the offense and the defense back out. Maybe have offsetting penalties right here before the interception. So again, we're trying to see what the ref calls. He's ready for his call.
the fade. Defense number 54. 15-yard penalty. Penalty will result in first down.
So, number 54, and that was Camille Rhodes, 5'9", 253-pound defensive lineman. He gets a little illegal hands to the face, and so now Parkview's got to bring the defense out. Big break there for the Bulldogs, as Greenwood is now just trying to answer back what Parkview has done already. Greenwood brings number 24 in motion, Aiden Kennan. Dean steps up, and he is sacked. I mean, he got smashed right there by Isaiah McKenzie.
Big play on defense. First down and 10. They're trying to get something going here to, match the game, but can't do it.
Well, Parkview looks good so far defensively. They are quick, they are fast, and they are big. So Dean looking at trips to the right, or to the left, I'm sorry. Man in motion goes to the right. Drop back to pass. He steps up. He's got a man down the sideline. Nice move there by number 11, Xavier Branch. Branch going down the sideline. He's trying to beat the Parkview man to the end zone. He's making his move to the 5, to the 2, all the way down probably to the 1-yard line. Massive play there. Ball goes all the way from the 18-yard line all the way down to the 1. The shotgun. Glover to his left. Fake goes to Glover. Steps up in the pocket. He's got somebody deep, but ball's picked off. Picked off by Kavion Perkins. 81 yards, and Greenwood's right back in business.
Yeah, huge play. You hate it for that guy because you want him to score the touchdown so bad. He gets it all the way to the 1-yard line.
So now we're down at the 1-yard line. Greenwood in shotgun again. They're in a bunch formation to the right-hand side. Singled up as number 1, Brett Wood. In the backfield, they've got their big back. I bet he's getting the ball right now, Dylan Tucker. We'll see. Dylan Tucker gets the ball, goes up the middle, and he scores, and that's a touchdown. That ties the ball game at 13 with 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play.
A big touchdown there. Gonna hopefully get a 1-point lead with the extra point. If they can do it again, I mean, that's going to be the big thing. It was the big thing last week. It'll be the big thing this week at special teams, just making your kicks.
Ben Moy to kick the extra point for Greenwood. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Moy kicks it. We've got another penalty. It has been a sloppy first quarter of play. Looks like offsides on Parkview.
Prior to the snap, encroachment. Number 9, defense. Penalties decline.
Penalty is declined, so they're going to give him the extra point. And Greenwood, just like that, when they looked like they were on the ropes, they end up getting the extra point. Well, hold on here.
Well, what a momentum swing, though, after your quarterback, your sophomore starter, throws a pick that almost gets run back, and then a couple plays later after the penalty, 81-yarder down the field to the 1.
I'm still trying to figure out. They haven't moved the ball forward yet. They call him. Okay, I see what they're going to assess it on the.
Okay.
They're going to assess it on the kickoff. So Moy's going to kick the extra point one more time here. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Moy's kick is up. It's good, and Greenwood has a 1-point lead. 4:08 left here in the first quarter. 14 Greenwood, 13 Parkview. We'll be back here in just a moment with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Go ahead and take that off. We're back here with the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, and so far it has been a great one. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Greenwood with a 14-13 advantage. It has been a fantastic ball game so far. Moy kicks it off. They kick it short one more time, and it is fielded at about the 27-yard line, and he's going to be upended. He's not even getting to the 30. Peyton pressing on the reception, and he was hammered by some Bulldogs.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. Good swarm to the ball right there by the Greenwood Bulldogs.
Absolutely. So on the 29-yard line, Parkview will begin their offensive possession with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. And we'll see what happens, but neither team has really been able to stop the other so far. Jaylen White, Ole Miss commit, bringing his man in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Joynter. Joynter going outside. Number 19's there. He's there with the tackle. Nice play and nice tackle. He's been there 3 times. Levi Russell has saved a big gains there by James Joynter, and that is a gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7 here for the Patriots.
Yeah, Joynter does a good job. His first step to get to the outside, he can bounce it quickly, and they just really doing a good job. They got the one man to beat.
So here we go, Jaylen White. Hands off, and Joynter up the middle. He's going to get a few, but not much. And we'll see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 35, so 3-yard gain for Joynter, bringing up 3rd down and 5. And, the momentum had swung into Parkview's side, but, after that interception, the hands to the face penalty, which kept the ball in Greenwood's hands, it seems like Greenwood might have a little bit of that now. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 singled up to the right. Man in motion is Eccles. He gets the ball, goes around, spin move, gets all the way up to about the 40. They're going to mark the ball at the 40, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, a little spin move right there on that one. That was nice.
I'll tell you what, Eccles looks good when he's got the ball. I mean, I'll tell you what, for Parkview, with the ability to hand the ball off to as many guys as they've got, that is a blessing there for Coach Boulding and staff there with the Patriots. Ball on the 40-yard line, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Jaylen White called for the snap. Now he looks back at his coaches, makes a call at the line, brings it up Joynter. Joynter takes the ball, goes off to the right. He's at the 50. And, Greenwood, you can tell Greenwood's keying on him, but that's going to be enough for a 1st down. It looks like they're going to mark it right at the 50, so a 10-yard gain for Joynter. And here we go. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Parkview moving it very well so far on the ground, able to do just about whatever they want to on the ground so far. 2 minutes and 21 seconds left. Jaylen White takes the snap, hands the ball off. Actually, he pulled it. Nice play there. Nice play by Greenwood. That's number 32, Jacqueline Fowler. Or Jaylen. Jaylen, there we go. I got it. I'll read it right. Jaylen Fowler. 2 minutes, coming up on 2 minutes left in the 1st quarter. Twins to the right, 1 to the left-hand side. We got White at the quarterback. Little short pass up to the top, and that's number 8, Dylan. I'm sorry, that's number 8, Stephen Walls Jr. He has the completion, but it's going to bring up 3rd down. We'll say that's a long 5 right there, 5-yard completion, and that's 3rd and 5 for Parkview. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. I'm going to say 6 now that I look at it. 3rd and 6. So 4-yard gain on that play. Parkview trying to keep the ball in hand here. 2 receivers, and we get the ball handed off up the middle. Oh, nice play, nice run. And again, they've got a plethora of backs. Walter Hobbs takes that one. Big Walter. 4-yard gain on that play. Parkview trying to keep the ball in hand here. 2 receivers, and we get the ball handed off up the. And that was a gain of, what was that?
Seven on that one.
7 on that one. Ball's handed off again. We got a flag on the play. Looks like there might have been a little bit of a game, but let's see what the flag is. Under a minute to play here now. What's the call going to be? Holding on Parkview. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that run's wiped off the board.
Yeah, been a sloppy first half. That's 6 penalties now on the Patriots. So
Ball
definitely
goes-
they got to clean this up.
Ball goes all the way back to the 48-yard line. So that goes all. It's 1st and 21 now. White and Joynter in the backfield. 2 wide receivers split. White looking at somebody. Nothing there. We're going to get hitting him early there. Ball was intended for Parker Perry. That's going to be a pass interference.
Yeah, that might have been a little uncatchable. Greenwood fans not going to like that one, but you can't hit a guy right there in the back when the ball's
that's it.
maybe
Ball
a
was
foot over your
high.
hand.
Ball was high, but
Pass interference, defense, number 7, 15-yard penalty, repeat first down.
so we got a 15-yard penalty. It's not an automatic first down, by the way, but it brings up first down and about 6 now instead of 1st and 21 after the 15-yard penalty. Joynter in the backfield. White has it. We're under 45 seconds now. Ball's on the ground. White looking, got nowhere to go. He gets up the field just a little bit, gets to the 32-yard line. I think they're going to give him about, maybe 1 on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter, though, as we watch the clock tick. And they are going to take it down to the end of the first quarter. Big time first quarter, though, Duran.
Yeah, action-packed. I mean, it seemed like that was, a whole half right there. There's just so much action going up and down the field. Both teams really moving the ball well. Starting to kind of figure it out a little bit defensively here. Greenwood's starting to make it more methodical for Parkview. So we'll see what we get in the second period.
All right, we're going to go to a break. We'll come back with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Parkview trailing Greenwood 14-13, and we'll be back in just a moment.
We understand an upside-down world. We understand a rogue virus, 0 jobs, and stratospheric tuition. But they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Not so fast. Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will. We will because our future is the future. Because the life we have chosen has prepared us for this moment in history. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
Back here in the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, Joynter takes the ball, goes off the right side, got another flag. He's going to get close to the first down marker, but I think that's in the area of holding, which is going to back it up 10. Let's see what they call. Let's see what they call here. So that it is, they maybe call is it holding or blocking the back? I can't tell. It looks like it is holding. So holding on number 68. That's going to back them up 10. And so instead of now being 2nd and 4, it's 2nd and 14. Ball is going to be back on the 41-yard line here. So here we go. Jaylen White, flanked by Joynter. Another stoppage in play. Got to get it under control, guys. Got to get it under control.
Yep, that's the 8th penalty right there in this first half.
Make sure you're sharing this with somebody. This is one of the best games that you're going to see this weekend. If you're into high school football, this is a great one. Make sure you're letting them know that you're watching the Arkansas Sports Network. It's Game of the Week. Parkview and Greenwood backing us all the way up. I think we've got a 2nd down and 19 to go. White picks up the low snap, throws the ball to Eccles. Boy, I tell you what, he's dangerous every time he touches it. Going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, get us all the way down to 3rd and 10 on about the 37-yard line. Ball on the 37, 3rd and 10 for the Patriots. Don't know if they'll treat this as 4-down territory or not, but boy, they've got people to get it to. I can tell you that much. What a great game this has been so far. Jaylen White taking the snap. He drops back. Blitz is picked up, and then it's let go, and he gets it away anyway, throws it, and intercepted. What a play by Greenwood. Number 7, that is Colin Daggett, picks the ball off. But I'll tell you what, number 15, Parker Gill, was the guy that disrupted it all. He had White in his grasp. Somehow White was able to stay up. He throws the ball over the middle, but Daggett picks it off, and Greenwood's in business.
Yeah, and that's the same man that got called for the pass interference earlier, Daggett. So way to keep playing hard there and answering.
So here we go. Greenwood has the ball now. Ball is on the 28-yard line, bringing a guy in motion. Ball's handed off. Ball probably gets to looks like about the 25, 26. I said the 28 earlier. It was actually the 22. They get up to the 25. 2nd down and 7 now.
2nd down and 7 for Bulldogs.
2nd and 7.
Yeah, Glover's up to 75 yards rushing now after that big 62-yarder earlier. They've slowed him down a little bit since the first drive.
Glover he's looked really well so far. They've
right
got
here.
him. Oh, they had him on a little wheel. I guess it was kind of a show and go type of situation there. Ball's thrown away, and so now we got 3rd down and 7. Ball is on the 25-yard line. So Dean looking to take the snap. He drops back. He's looking to his left, and he's trying to get their best receiver, and that's number 84, Luke Brewer. Brewer was unable to come up with it, and now Greenwood will have to punt. So offenses seem to have slowed down just a little bit here. Defenses are starting to pick things up. If it had kept on the same pace there, Duran, it would have been 100 to 99.
Yeah, we would have been in a real barn burner, but still a very exciting but definitely, I agree, the defense is catching on here, and they're starting to settle in.
Eccles back deep to receive for Parkview.
I'd expect them to angle away from them.
No doubt about it. That's what they try to do. Balls on hits, and Eccles thought about going after it, but it's going to take a Greenwood bounce. Going to just be short of the 34-yard line. So we're going to take a quick one. Are we, Bill? No, we're not. We're going to stay right here. We're good. We're good. We'll stay right here. Parkview, Greenwood again, 14-13 is the score. Greenwood with the 1-point advantage so far, but again, up and down the field they have went. It has been a fun one here from War Memorial Stadium. Walter Hobbs flanking White. Ball snapped on the ground again. We got another flag on the play, and I'll tell you what, both teams probably going to look to clean that up at halftime. Got to.
Yep, we're up to nine penalties now on Parkview, and you don't want that in a game, especially in one half. Or not even, a quarter and a third.
2nd down and 1st and 15 from their own 29-yard line for the Patriots.
So backing them all up. 1st and 15. Ball now on the 29-yard line. Parkview's had a little bit of trouble with the snap.
Seen a lot of double tight ends by Parkview in the last couple drives.
Little timing route. Nice throw by White.
Yeah, good job.
Looks like Parker Perry.
Yeah, good job by Perry to pull that one in. He had a defender all over.
Big boy over there, 6'4", 181 pounds. Big, good-sized receiver target there. You got to think they're going to set that up for a pump and go at some point. They're throwing those quick timing routes. Eventually, you think that they're going to try to get Greenwood to jump on one. Pistol formation. Wide receiver down here at the bottom and wide receiver at the top. Ball snap, goes up the middle. second down and 7. Ball was on the 37, and now it's on the 42. So we've got third down and 2, 5-yard gain there for Walter Hobbs. They just got so many kids they can put back there, so many kids that do well running it. They have shown them already today. So here we go. We got trips or doubles up to the left-hand side, single to the right. White gets it, hands it off to Hobbs. Hobbs is stopped. Looks like he's going to be just a little bit short. Bring up a fourth down decision here for Parkview. 1 yard gained there on the play. Going to bring up 4th and 2. It looks like they've already made the decision, which is punt the ball away. Hayden Kennan back deep to receive for Greenwood. Kicking the ball for Parkview is Xavier Branch. Kicks end over end. Kennan says, get away from it. It keeps bounding. Goes inside the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to down it on the 17. That's where Greenwood will take over. We got 8 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the first half of play. Been a great game so far against 2 heavyweights in the 6A between Parkview and Greenwood.
Yeah, it's been a fun one, Brad. We'll see what Greenwood does this possession on offense, coming out with trips right off the bat.
Little pull play there, and Dean has nowhere to go. Ball's on the ground.
Yeah,
looks like Parkview has it. They do. I think they do. Let's see. Turnover. Looks like a turnover by Greenwood. That's exactly what it is. Ball's on the 17-yard line. Greenwood is going to have that. No yards lost on the play, but the ball was lost. And big-time play there by Parkview. Another flag on the play. False start. Tell you what, I tell you, Coach Boulding is not going to be happy with his troops. He's not going to be happy with his troops at all, as they have just really given themselves the opportunity, or taken some opportunities away from themselves. Timeout Parkview. We're going to take it with them. 14-13 is your score. Parkview has the ball on the 22-yard line of Greenwood, and we will be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here at the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. First down and 15 for Parkview. Ball is on the 22-yard line now as Jaylen White gets ready to receive the snap. Hands the ball off to Joynter. Joynter goes off the left side. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He gets in. He scores. That's a touchdown. 22-yard run for James Joynter. And just like that, Parkview has taken a 19-14 lead. 7 minutes and 43 seconds to go here in the first half of play.
Yeah, nice carry there by James Joynter. Just kept breaking tackles, never stopped turning those legs until he got all the way into the end zone. And that's a big momentum swing right there. Get a big turnover. One play later after the penalty, they get it in the end zone.
Huge play there for Parkview as we're getting ready to get the extra point, 19-14. Here's the extra point. It's up, and it is good. So 20-14 is your score. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back here with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here after the James Joynter touchdown, it is Parkview 20, Greenwood 14. Greenwood now gets the kickoff, and around the end goes number 11, L.J. Kendall. Kendall gets all the way up to the 39-yard line. Great return there for Greenwood. And I tell you what, I'm just having a lot of fun in this booth right now.
Yeah, this is a fun one, Brad. Just couldn't ask for a better game so far, the way this is setting up.
Brad Caldwell and Duran Miller here on the call. 7.5, almost 7.5 minutes, 7:36 left here in the first half of play. Greenwood has it. Handoff goes up off the right-hand side. Nice run there by Glover. Glover's doing a great job, and he picks up, looks like about 9 yards, and he does. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Greenwood in a hurry here. Twins to the left, single up to the right. They look at the coach. Glover's going to flank him off to the right now. Dean hands the ball off to Glover. Glover being patient. He gets up and gets all the way down to about the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain for Glover. Greenwood in there, hurry up. They got a first down. Handoff goes again to the big back this time. That's number 8, Dylan Tucker. Tucker is stopped. Looks like maybe a gain of 1 there. We'll say 2 there. Say 2. So 2nd down and 8. Greenwood again in the hurry up. Hands off to Glover. He is stuffed by number 33. 33 on 33 right there. Isaiah McKenzie in the backfield. We've got a flag on the play. Didn't look like there was any gain there. What's the flag going to be? Holding. We're going to back him up 10. 2nd and 8 turns to 2nd and 18 with 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Clock is running.
Yep, Greenwood down 6. They don't need to shoot yourself in the foot like that. Got to get a good drive here.
Dean looking deep. He's got nowhere to go. And Glover, oh, the ball goes off of Glover. It is intercepted. And it is intercepted by number 28. That's Trent Bennett. Huge play there. Ball bounced off of Glover's shoulder pads. And Bennett was there to take a dive and catch the ball for the interception for Parkview.
Unbelievable heady play there by Bennett to get over there. Kind of got flipped up in the air, and that is a pick.
Yeah.
And, it looked clean. That's one of those that whatever's called on the field, you got to go with.
I think he got it right before the nose of the football hit the ground. So ball is going to be now on the 46-yard line. Jalen White calls for the ball. Now he looks at the sideline. Joynter gets the ball, goes up the middle, gets all the way down to about the 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain for Joynter. And we're get another first down for Parkview.
1st and 10 for the Patriots from the Bulldogs, 36-yard line.
All right, White flanked by Joynter. Joynter takes the ball. He gets upfield, being patient on that run. Looks like maybe a pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7. Clock is winding down. Under 6 minutes to go here now.
2nd down and 6 for the Patriots from the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Joynter flanks White to the right. White throws it outside. Gets it to Perry. Perry picks up about 4 yards there.
For the Patriots, pass completed to number 8. Stephen Walsh Jr.
So now we've got a 3rd and 2.
Number 22 for the Bulldogs. Coach Owenby. 3rd down and 2 for the Patriots from the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs.
3rd and 2 for the Bulldog, or for the Patriots. Jaylen White calls for the ball, gets it to Joynter. Joynter is stuffed in the backfield. What a play there by number 78. That's Cole Myers. Big play by Myers. Big play for the Bulldogs. Parkview loses 3 right there, brings up 4th and 5. It looks like Parkview might punt right here. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to punt from the 34.
Had a big opportunity there, picking up the ball, having getting that interception and having a short field. But up 20-14, right before half, they're going to punt it away and play some field position here.
When you're trying to beat the number 1 team and really the number 1 dynasty in the state of Arkansas, I tell you what, you've got to take advantage of every opportunity that you get. Number 11, Xavier Branch to punt. Branch kicks it. Gets down. It looks like it's going into the end zone, and it does, and that's going to be a touchback. Parkview's got a 20-14 lead. 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go here in the first half play. Offenses and defenses coming back onto the field. It's been a fun one so far, and I tell you what, we'll see how this one plays out. I think these last 4 minutes of this first half are key in this ball game.
Yeah, they definitely are. This is a big drive right here.
Jake Glover flanking Dean to the left. Man in motion for Greenwood. Glover gets the ball, gets upfield.
Does a good job sticking that foot in the ground and getting vertical.
Yes, he does.
Gets what he can out of it.
Looks like they're going to spot it on the 23. 2nd down and 7. 3-yard gain there for Glover. Greenwood again in the hurry up, no huddle. Little RPO action right there. They got him on an out. Nice play, nice run. Ball started on the 23, gets all the way out to the 45-yard line. That's a 22-yard pickup. Aiden Kennan on the reception. Now Greenwood in business. They're moving quickly. Parkview's going to take a timeout. Let's take it with them. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the first half of play. Parkview 20, Greenwood 14. We'll be back in just a moment. Back here at War Memorial Stadium. Whoa, Parkview read that all the way. Ball was intended for Glover. It's not Glover. It's L.J. Kennan. I'm sorry, L.J. Robbins. Ball was thrown out to Robbins, and Parkview read that all the way on the bubble screen. No, nothing doing there. Ball's incomplete. And that brings up 2nd and 10. Shifting going all over the place here. Ball's thrown out. Number 24, that's Kennan again. Kennan gets across the 50. That's going to be right at the 50, so a 5-yard gain, 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Greenwood looking at the snap. Now they're looking at the coaches. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. Dean looking downfield, looking for his guy, Luke Brewer, but Brewer's unable. Brewer's a huge part of this offense, and so far he's been blanked. We got a man down. That's number 53, Corbin Webb. We're going to take a quick break. Parkview still with the lead, and we'll be back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here at the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. And again, that's number 53, Corbin Webb. Looks like he's able to make it off on his own power. That's a good sign. Now, Greenwood offense coming back onto the field as we've got 4th and 5, and it looks like the punting team actually will be on the field. And Eccles back deep to receive for Parkview. Ball almost snapped over his head. It's a fake, and they don't know. I don't think they've got anywhere to go. Tough call. That's a tough play.
That's big right there.
Huge play there for Parkview. Noah Jansen took the fake. Nowhere to go. Noah Jansen lost about 10 on that play. And Parkview's in business. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Jaylen White going to take the snap. White hands it off, going right up the middle. Looks like a gain of about 5 yards. It means second down and 5. Ball's on the 34-yard line now.
Pick up a 5 to the 34-yard line on the Bulldogs. Second down and 5 for the Patriots.
White looking at the sideline. Ball going up the middle. He bounces it outside. Gets up. Going to get down to about the 24-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. And that's Walter Hobbs again for Parkview, making a good run and getting the chains moving for the Patriots. Parkview not really.
I like Walter Hobbs. He's a little change of pace back. He comes in and he can bounce it. He's a little bit of a scat back. And do good drive here. Pistol formation,
2:15 and rolling. Ball goes up the middle again. That's Hobbs again. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain there. It brings up second down and 7. Joynter back into the ball game.
Yep, just under 2 minutes to play now. Running the clock out a little bit. They don't want to give Greenwood any time.
They've definitely
got plenty
don't.
of time down here on a 22-yard line, 23-yard line.
1 minute, 44 seconds, and rolling. White calls the snap. Joynter gets up, gets down to about the 20. Boy, he has a nice burst through the line there. 3-yard gain for Joynter. Tell you what, Joynter's looked really good so far today. Parkview's got quite a few guys to give it to. I'd like to see him get it a few more times, but, boy, he's looked like a good back so far. 1 minute, 13 seconds to go. Third down and 4 for the Patriots. Joynter gets it again. He goes off the right side. He's trying to get outside. He avoids the tackle. He gets to the 10, to the 5, gets all the way down to the 1, and a touchdown. Huge run for James Joynter. Are they going to call it down? They are. They're going to call it down. Ah, boy, I thought he crossed. I mean, half his body was in there. Let's see. We got a replay. We're going to get a chance to see it.
I think his knee might have dipped down right as he was reaching that ball out.
All right, so 19-yard gain there for Joynter, right on cue. Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good call. We'll give it to him. Running a quick one. They get the snap. Jalen Smith, I think, is the one that scored it. We got a penalty flag, though. Penalty flag on the play. It looked like they were running a little Reggie Fish play. Jalen Smith scored the touchdown on the play. Let's see what they call. Offsides on Greenwood. That touchdown is going to count. Well, what are we doing here?
Just marking them down at the
half-yard line.
Basically.
I guess I never saw a signal, so I should probably shut up before I call a touchdown, right?
57 seconds on the clock.
I think ball's down.
Wow.
I think Eccles got it.
Yeah, Eccles came in, jumped on it. It wasn't Eccles. It's let's see what number he is.
Yep, it is. It was Eccles.
Yep, Eccles. I'm sorry. Yep, you're right.
Nobody even knew it was down but Eccles. Parkview's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a quick one with them. 47 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Parkview is driving, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here at historic War Memorial Stadium, ball on the 2-yard line. Handoff goes up to Joynter, and Joynter gets in. He leaves no doubt. That's a touchdown. James Joynter, and there's bodies all over the ground right now. I think they've able to get up, but boy, good run there by James Joynter, and that's a touchdown. 26-14 with 44 seconds to go. That's a big one for Parkview.
Yep, that's it's huge right there. That turnover on the fake punt and turnover on downs was just big right there, and Parkview definitely capitalized on it.
Tavian Haney, I'm sorry. Going to kick the extra point. He balls down. Kick is up. It is good. And Parkview has added the extra point to make it 27-14. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this. Back here at the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, and again, we're trying to bring you the next Razorback recruits, and so far, James Joynter is delivering here for the Parkview Patriots. 14 carries, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns here in the first half of play with 44 seconds to go, but you know Greenwood's not out of this one.
Definitely not. Anytime. No lead is big enough against a Greenwood or a Pulaski Academy top team, and we'll see what they can do here. That's a pretty good kick return.
L.J. Robbins, I'm telling you, I
just out of it.
I love the grit that Greenwood plays with. I don't get a chance to see Greenwood a lot, but love the grit that they're playing with so far. Parkview with a 27-14 lead. 38 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Dean is going to take the snap. Two flankers to his right and left. One goes in motion. Ball's handed off, going off to the left-hand side. Tackle there by number 40, which is Montario Elston.
Yeah,
Clock is running. Are they going to run it down? I guess they're going to run a play here.
Joynter's got 96 yards, and Glover now has 96 before this carry.
Glover's nice looking back as well. He's tackled. Gain of about 5. Brings up 3rd and 5 now. 7 ticks, 6 ticks. Timeout. Trying to see who's going to take the timeout. Who is taking it? Do they make the motion? I guess Greenwood. So I guess we're going to stay right here with it. 5 seconds left. 3rd and 5. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and Glover just went over 100 yards. He's at 101 on only 10 carries after that last one. So just
Glover,
great, excellent first half for him.
He's having a great first half. And that's it. That's it. They ran out the time, and that's the end of the second. Parkview, number 5 in 6A, going to take a 13-point halftime lead as they lead Greenwood 27-14. We're going to be back with Richard Davenport, the recruiting guy, here in just a moment.
We understand an upside-down world. We understand a rogue virus, 0 jobs, and stratospheric tuition. But they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Not so fast. Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will. We will because our future is the future. Because the life we have chosen has prepared us for this moment in history. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center. Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
Richard, as always, good to have you.
Same here, buddy. Good to be with you from Richardson, Texas.
Yeah, you're down there looking at some prospects. I mean, that's just part of your job, what you do. But there's some prospects up here with in this game that we are doing right now. Tell us a little bit about Parkview, and let's start with James Joynter.
Obviously, he's a very talented running back. It's committed to Arkansas. Good size, about 6 foot, about 210 pounds. Very good speed, physical. Does well with contact and getting through contact. And he he's a guy that can change the game just because of his speed and his ability to make things happen and go the distance. So that's a huge advantage for Parkview to have a D1, high D1, SEC type caliber running back in the backfield, obviously.
Came with 30 offers to the likes of Florida State, Michigan State, and amongst others. And he chose Arkansas. Just talk about just a few of his strengths that you've seen throughout.
Well, he's got a nice frame. I saw him recently after the Texas game, and his lower body is well developed. His upper body is developed, and then you throw in his speed. And like I said, he's very physical. He's not easy to arm tackle. He's not easy to tackle if you're just on a one-on-one situation, but possesses everything that you're looking for in an SEC type running back. How does that translate to the SEC? Only time will tell. I mean, kids on high school are usually heads and shoulders above everybody else, but once they get to a high Division I level, it's all about adjusting and how can they perform there, and we'll see. But at least on the high school level, you look at his burst and everything, and it looks high D1.
So Jalen White is a kid that he's not, at least as of right now, a Razorback prospect. He committed to Ole Miss. Talk a little bit about him and what we're seeing with him.
Well, he's got good size, about 6'2", about 210, 215 pounds, and he plays quarterback for Parkview too, and he is pretty good. The OC sends me stats after each game, and he passes the ball pretty effectively. He obviously can run it, but on the next level, he'll either play safety or linebacker. I think probably linebacker, but he does have to have the capability of playing in the back end. But very, very talented kid, and who's also a very, very humble type kid, a guy that you really like to get to know. But that was a good pickup for Ole Miss.
And let's talk about any other prospects that could be on the field tonight.
Willie Eccles, he's a running back who has got excellent speed. Kind of a more of a scat back. He's about 5'10", about 180, but he's got a few offers, and I know Arkansas has kept an eye on him, but he could play defensive back too on the next level. But very, very dangerous in that open field. You got two guys that with James Joynter and Willie Eccles that are going to be playing on the next level. And again, that's you don't see that on too many high school programs. You don't see two guys that are at that level. And then you also have Trent Bennett, who's a safety, very physical safety, who again passes the eye test, has an Arkansas offer, and has been playing well as of late. So Parkview, since Coach Boating has gotten there, has obviously gotten some of the guys out of the hallways and onto the football field, and that's what you got to do in the Little Rock School District. It hasn't been done a lot in the past, but I think the Little Rock School District has made some good hires, and you're seeing more kids come out for football.
Big time hire there. Coach Bolding has done a fantastic job there at Parkview. Got his team in the mix in the 6A West. Big game tonight as they take on the Greenwood Bulldogs, one of the biggest games in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Greenwood is nothing but more than a machine. They have such a great culture, and the guys buy into the program, and then Coach Young has been doing an outstanding job, and just the town itself, it's just ate up with football. It's a football town, and you just see how the city of Greenwood rallies around the team, and it's a big deal to be a Greenwood Bulldog, and that translates well on the football field.
Well, Richard, we really appreciate you joining us here at halftime of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, Greenwood versus Parkview. And we'll be looking forward to talking to you next week as we travel to Fayetteville as they take on the Rogers Mounties.
Sounds good, Brad. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Appreciate it. That's Richard Davenport. We'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
We understand an upside-down world. We understand a rogue virus, 0 jobs, and stratospheric tuition. But they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Not so fast. Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will. We will because our future is the future. Because the life we have chosen has prepared us for this moment in history. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
For 30 years, Miller Roofing Company has been building
our reputation and being voted the best roofing company in the River Valley.
Making sure our product and labor warranties are unmatched by anybody in the area.
As a GEF Master Elite contractor, we can offer you superior warranties backed by the manufacturer.
As well as residential, MRC specializes in commercial roof and repair with a fully staffed maintenance and repair division.
Put Miller Roofing Company's 30 years of experience to work for you.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here at the Arkansas Sports Network, Game of the Week. It has been a good one so far. And Parkview, number 5 in the state in 6A, right now with a 27-14 lead over number 1 Greenwood. And Duran, it has been, boy, I tell you what, it's been, it started fast, and you thought, boy, this is going to be 100-99, and then all of a sudden things kind of settled down a little bit. But Parkview was able to add 2 touchdowns at the end of the half there to really kind of set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, definitely. They kind of settled down. There's some turnovers mixed in there. We had a lot of sloppy penalties. I mean, just think about Parkview without the 10 penalties in this first half, what they could have, possibly done on top of this. I mean, you don't get an opportunity very often to beat a Greenwood Bulldogs team, and you're up 27-14 at halftime with 10 penalties in one half. So they did a good job overall, clean it up a little bit more, and you really got a great shot of doing something that you've never done, or at least I know 6 in a row that Greenwood's taken from Parkview. So definitely just a fun game, and just athletes all over the field. Love what I'm seeing out there.
And let's get some totals real quick. In the first half, it was actually Greenwood with the advantage in the yardage. 211 total yards, 113 through the air, 98 on the ground. And it was Parkview with 45 passing yards, 154 rushing yards, 199 yards total. 2 turnovers for Greenwood, 1 for Parkview, and we've got a ball game here. Let's go over the scoring recap real quick as we are watching the marching band walk off the field here. Parkview started off the scoring with Mr. Eccles. Eccles, 95-yard touchdown return, for a touchdown with 11 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Greenwood, 4 plays later, 65 yards with 11:01 was a touchdown to Aiden Kennan, 5-yard touchdown pass from Mr. Dean. Parkview comes back with a 21-yard touchdown run from Ole Miss commit Jaylen White with 8 minutes even left on the clock to make the score 13-7. Greenwood drove right back down for a touchdown as Dylan Tucker took one in from 1 yard out to tie the ball game up. Point after touchdown was good, and Greenwood took the 14-13 lead. James Joynter, though, took over at the end of the first half here, first from 22 yards out with 3:45 remaining in the first half of play to give Parkview a 19-14 lead. Point after touchdown was good, and then James Joynter pushed one in from 2 yards out to make the score 26-14. Point after touchdown was good, and Parkview takes a 27-14 lead into the half. And like I said, we're trying to bring you the Razorback players, future Razorbacks, that sort of thing. So far, James Joynter has looked the part.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the runs how he's finished them, bounced off tackles, spun out of it, just really impressive young man right there. We knew he had the speed, but to see him, the physicality of his running game is really surprised me. And Willie Eccles is another guy that when he gets the ball, you have got to
absolutely
get some containment quickly, because he will take it to the house.
And not only that, they've got other guys to give the ball to as well. I mean, Mr. Hobbs, he had one well of a game. Walter Hobbs, 6 carries for 28 yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. Jalen White, he carried in for a touchdown. He looks good. Great-looking athlete there. Safety commit for the Ole Miss Rebels, another SEC-type player. So, what you got there? Willie Eccles as well. Willie Eccles is a guy that looks really good so far. Again, we want you to share with everybody that you know. Facebook, YouTube, either one. We want you to let people know that we're bringing you the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Next week, we will be at Fayetteville. And I tell you what, we got a great game there for you as Fayetteville will be taking on Rogers. There are all kinds of Razorback recruits on the field there as well. High-level players, D1 guys, but we're there to see Manny Powell.
Yep, Manny Powell, the kid from Ohio, transfers down to Fayetteville to play his senior year of football, and the kid's a stud. I mean, he looks the part, and just really exciting. Can't wait to see that game.
Absolutely. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to come back. Hopefully, I can't see a clock on here, but we're winding down at halftime here. Again, your score right now, Parkview 27, number 1 Greenwood 14, and we will be back with more of the ASN Game of the Week in just a moment.
We understand an upside-down world. We understand a rogue virus, 0 jobs, and stratospheric tuition. But they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Not so fast. Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will. We will because our future is the future. Because the life we have chosen has prepared us for this moment in history. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disaster and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Back here at War Memorial Stadium for the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Parkview leading Greenwood 27-14. It's been pretty even on the stat board, Duran, but Greenwood giving up a first play kickoff and a couple turnovers down deep in their own side has really been the difference of the ball game.
Yeah, definitely.
that initial kick return by Willie Eccles, 95 yards. That was big. Slade Dean had one interception, and there's been some fumbles on the ground, and that's definitely the difference in the game. But just been a fun game to watch, and you definitely don't count Greenwood out, even though they're down 13 right here. I've seen it time and time again over the years.
And here's the kick. Greenwood takes it. And here we go. Up the field they go. Across the 35 to the 40. Going to be all the way down to the 43-yard line. Again, that's Jake Glover. He's been all over the place for the Greenwood Bulldogs.
Yep. 26-yard return.
So far, a unbelievable player for the Bulldogs.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 42-yard line.
Yep. After we adjusted some stats, he's exactly 100 yards, 10 yards a carry at the half.
And he's going to get the carry on the first one. He gets up. Boy, he's stuck.
It's a wall.
Yes, he did. That was number 22, Montavian Goins. That's a sophomore hitting him.
Yep, he did pick up 3, but then that hole closed quickly, and he's going to fill that one.
Second down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Glover, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
And out they go. Nice getting
play.
up the field.
Look out.
There's L.J. Robbins. He's cutting across the field. He's to the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Greenwood. And just like that, 45 yards later, Greenwood comes out of the half, gets a touchdown very quickly. 11 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. 27-20 is your score.
L.J. Robbins has now had an 81-yard reception and a 45-yard one. The first one he got all the way down to 1. This time he gets it in the end zone. Just a major weapon right now for the Greenwood Bulldogs.
That was 3 plays on that drive, and 45 yards later, L.J. Robbins gets the touchdown. Greenwood's looking to add the extra point to get within 6. 27-20 is the score, and you know Greenwood's not laying down, folks.
Nope, just like that, it's a ball game again.
Extra point is up. It's good. And that score is 27-21 with 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment. Back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Greenwood has just cut the Parkview lead to 6. So here we go now. Parkview's got to answer.
Yep, big hookup from Slade Dean to L.J. Robbins. And 45 yards later, it's back to a 6-point game. This second half started almost as quickly as the first one. Little pooch kick.
It gets up to about the 35-yard line.
That's Hobbs on the return.
That's Haney, actually, number 10.
But it was, there we go.
Tavian Haney on the return. They've been kicking it to him every time now. Don't want to kick it to Eccles. He returned it 95 yards on his only touch. Ball is going to come out to, it looks like the 35-yard line. Knows the football will be there, and we're going to start right there. So Parkview's going to bring out their offense.
Yeah, that second quarter we saw a lot of 2 tight end sets, balanced offense, 2 tight ends, and pistol formation.
Jaylen White brings Eccles in motion, gets the ball out to Eccles on the corner. He stumbles. Greenwood seems to have him. He's just going to pick up about, looks like about 3 yards, not 2 yards actually. We'll give him a 2-yard gain for Eccles. That's second down and 8 now. Parkview now back to the huddle. Two wide receivers split. Tight ends on each side. Eccles calling for the ball. Greenwood just about jumped. They didn't cross into the neutral zone, though. Looks like Hobbs is your pistol back. White calls for the ball. He gets it, hands the ball off to Hobbs. There's a wall of Greenwood Bulldogs. And Hobbs might have lost just a little bit there. No gain, we'll call it that. So 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, I really like that pistol formation because when you put the tailback right behind the quarterback, it really is hard for the defense to know what you're doing. They can't really, a lot of defense coordinators look at that to call their strong side, and a lot of their blitzes and a lot of their packages.
White looking right, throws out.
Wow.
He looks like they've got a first down, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle there. Number 5, Hunter Austin on the catch. That's going to be enough for a first down. Looks like ball is going to be about a 15-yard gain there. Ball's going to be on the 48-yard line. Tell you what, White's got a good arm. He's not your prototypical quarterback.
Yep.
Not really. I'm sure Ole Miss is not looking at him that way, but he's a good athlete back there who has a good arm.
Yeah, he's got a real sidearm motion to him, but he can fling it.
He can get it out there. That was a quick one. Handoff goes to Joynter. Joynter gives a stiff arm, gets up the field, gets down to looks like about the 41-yard line. That's where they're going to mark that one. That's a 7-yard gain. Bringing up 2nd down and 3. And that Joynter has just cracked the 100-yard mark. Big time for Parkview that they get a chance to answer this one.
Yep, running some clock here and moving the ball down the field. And that's all they can do. That's the best thing you can ask for.
This is a huge game for Parkview. I mean, with the schedule that they've got coming up, it's a big one. Joynter goes right up the middle, gets down to about looks like the 37-yard line. That's going to be a first down. 4-yard gain on that one.
Gain of 5 on the play. 1st and 10, Patriots. The ball's on the 37-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Just straight ahead right there, right up between the tackles, right in that A gap, and just plowed forward, got that first down.
So now Parkview looking at the sideline, taking in the signals. They're going to split out. Looks like 2 to the left and 1 to the right.
Down to about 8 on the play clock.
8's back in the backfield. Looks like Joynter is the pistol back. He goes off the right side. He's got a hole. He's behind his blockers to the 10. 5. Touchdown, James Joynter. 37-yard touchdown run. And Parkview takes a 33-21 lead. I tell you what, James Joynter has impressed me so far today. He has improved from his junior year when I saw him last year to where he is right now. Parkview looking good on the front lines as well. You've got to give those big uglies a little bit of credit right there. They're getting a push. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Parkview looks good on the run for sure.
Yeah, Joynter, Greenwood did a good job of containing him, not letting him get that outside. Couldn't do it that time. He just got so much speed, sets up you got a receiver getting blocked downfield or blocking a corner, and he just kind of works his way in and out and gets that sideline, and it's over. And you can't do that. You got to contain him, or he'll hurt you.
Point after touchdown is good. We're going to go to a quick break. Parkview 34, Greenwood 21. We'll be back in just a moment.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here at War Memorial Stadium, number 5 in 6A Parkview, leading number 1 in 6A Greenwood, 34-21. And we've got Willie Eccles to kick off, and he kicks a little bounding kick. Greenwood takes it.
That's Glover.
And that's Glover again. He gets up to about the 30-yard line. Got a flag coming in from the back judge.
Glover's got some excellent footwork. He kind of reminds you of a Drew Morgan that came out of Greenwood a few years back. Just really lightning in a bottle kind of a runner.
I like Glover. He looks good. We've got a flag. Ball's on the 30-yard line. Let's see what they call here. 8 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Personal foul, face mask against Parkview is going to be 15 yards. That's going to mark the ball on the 45-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 45-yard line.
Parkview with an odd front. Greenwood going to take the snap. They look for a quarterback draw, but nothing doing there. Ball's going to be spotted at the 40-yard line. 5-yard loss on the sack there. Number 30, that's Jude Onoa coming in and making a play. The sophomore quarterback, he's done very well today. Slade Dean, but boy, I tell you what, the pressure right there got to him, and they're pressuring him again. Ball's thrown short, and the pressure is getting to Slade Dean. You got to block him. Sophomore making his first start against a very speedy defense is not something that you really want. So Dean's pass was incomplete. And that brings up 3rd down and 15. Ball's on the 40. Greenwood needing something good to happen. Man in motion. Dean looks off to the right, and that's looking for Robbins. Robbins was wide open. He overthrew him.
Little wheel route, and if he had caught that, he had some green in front of him. Probably would have got the first down easily.
I'd say Dean's probably got a little bit of happy feet back there because, you know, he's been getting pressure, quite a bit of pressure. And I tell you what, it's been tough on him. We want you to like us on Facebook, like us, give us a subscribe on YouTube here as we try to build the Arkansas Sports Network, an Arkansas Sports Network game of the week, as we've got the Greenwood Bulldogs and the Parkview Patriots. It's been a fun one so far. Parkview is trying to take over here, and the punt looks like it's just going to take a bounce. Greenwood has it. Ball's going to be on the 23-yard line, and 7 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Parkview's got a chance to take control of this one. Duran.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, if they can come down and score here, it's really going to put a lot of pressure on Greenwood. You're going to start seeing a lot more throwing and give Parkview a chance to kind of pin the ears back. So this is a big drive. It's a pivotal moment in this ball game.
You know, Greenwood they're dealing with a lot of injuries right now, including to their regular starting quarterback, Hunter Houston, big 6'2", 205-pound. Is that a junior, I believe? And big old kid, and you know that's tough. Ball's handed off, going up the middle, going to get out to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah,
it's going to be a gain of 2.
Parkview came out with only 2 wide that time for the first time. Yeah. Well, they were kind of to one side, I guess.
Right.
But
Twins to the
looks
left.
Like they're running a run. They're looking to run the football right now. Take some clock off and make Greenwood prove that they can stop it.
I believe Tavian Haney on the carry there. 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. Parkview's not in a hurry right now. Right now, if Greenwood doesn't get the ball, they can't win. I think that's what they're looking at now. In the day of hurry-up, no-huddle offense, we're seeing Parkview slow it down. White hands it off, goes to Hobbs. Hobbs gets up the field, gets down to about the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. We'll call it 1 there.
Pick up a 7, and they had the right tackle and the right guard kind of pulled around on that one, and he had a good lead block ahead of him.
Tell you what, Parkview's got some athletes on the line.
Yeah.
That makes a difference there, especially in that run game.
really like what I'm seeing out of Parkview tonight. They're just really showing up. They've improved a lot from last year, in my opinion. And they lost a lot. They lost Landon Rogers to the Razorbacks, Aaron Outley, and I mean, they've retooled, and they're rolling. James Joynter's the centerpiece of it all.
Absolutely. Joynter gets the first down, and he gets about 5 yards there. And Joynter, he's had one heck of a game so far. 18 carries, 146 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Razorback commitment. Coming up on 6 minutes to play. Looks like we're just under 6 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Again, Parkview kind of slowing things. I'm not used to seeing this now. They're running so slow. This looks like a Brett Bielema offense.
Yeah, they've been snapping the ball under 10 seconds on the play clock every time. This half.
Jaylen White calls for the ball, hands the ball off to Joynter. Joynter gets up. Looks like he's going to get to about the 39-yard line where he stopped. That's going to bring a 2nd down and 8, 2-yard gain there for Joynter.
Yeah, they're just playing a little bit of bully ball right now. Just saying, hey, we're lining it up, run it, and see if you can stop us.
And right now they're having trouble doing that.
Yeah, Joynter's up to 19 carries now, 148 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And he's broke a couple long ones for touchdowns. Touchdowns of 22 and 37 yards. Joynter in the pistol.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Willie Eccles coming and jet sweep here pretty soon.
Oh, nice job by Greenwood. They get penetration. Big number 94, Cameron DeHart, tackles Joynter. I don't think there's any gain on the play there. So 3rd down and 8. Parkview taking a little bit of time off the clock. One thing, you got to be careful in a situation like this. Sometimes when you take the foot off the gas too soon, it leaves the momentum in the other corner.
Yeah, definitely. You can't be too conservative here. Like I said, I'd like to see some little jet sweep action, some misdirection, see something a little bit different.
Big play in this one right now.
Yeah, he's got a little
White looking for the screen, and boy, that one was almost intercepted. Parker Perry was intended. Looked like they were running a little tunnel screen action there.
Fake it one way, come back on that tunnel, and just a little high on
it. Parkview, they don't really trust throwing the ball downfield all that much. They haven't taken any shots so far down the field. A lot of timing, a lot of small screen game, that sort of thing. I think what is Jalen White now?
7 of 10 now.
7 of 10.
62. 62 yards with 1 interception.
He has 4 touchdown passes on the season.
Yep. All his passes have been short for the most part.
End over end kick.
Line driver, a little bit.
Gets down, bounces to about 25, and that's where they're going to, just inside the 25 to the 24. That's where Greenwood's going to take it over. And I'll tell you what, big time possession here for Greenwood. They need something good to happen.
Gut check drive right here. They really need to get down and get some points here. At least they need to at least get some yardage, flip this field. But honestly, they need to score.
So Slade Dean sends Mr. Tucker in motion. Ball goes out to number 84. That's Luke Brewer. Brewer with his first catch of the game, but it's for no gain. No, Brewer is a guy that they really look to help the offense. So far, he really hasn't been able to get off of, really get anything going. Slade Dean going to send a man in motion. That's Robbins in motion. Dean looking for the screen. They've got it. Nice block on the outside. And they get up the field, get a first down.
Good job by Glover running after the catch. 13 yards.
Actually, 16-yard gain. 16-yard gain there for Glover. And, boy, we got a flag on the field now. It's on the 40-yard line. Let's see what they call. Referees conversing as we're waiting on the call here. Make sure you're sharing this with your friends. Let everybody know that you're watching the Arkansas Sports Network. Game of the week right here. Oh, little block in the back. That's going to back them up. 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter play. Ball goes all the way back to the 30. It's going to be second down now. So the game was 15. The penalty was or 16. The penalty was 9, I believe. 10. I'm sorry. Nice throw there to Robbins. That's going to be enough for a first down. Ball goes out to the 42-yard line. So that's a 12-yard gain. Nice throw by Mr. Dean right there. And Robbins is having one heck of a game. Greenwood in their hurry-up, running a little RPO action, gets the ball out to Robbins again. Robbins gets across the 50, steps out of bounds. And that's going to be about second down, and looks like, what are they going to call that? Well, spotted on the 48-yard line, so second and four. Glover gets the ball up to the 50. That's going to be a gain of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Got to think we might be looking at 4-down territory right here unless something drastic happens. Under 3 minutes to play. Parkview with a 13-point lead. Dean hands the ball off to Glover. Glover going off the right side. He is met. He keeps the legs turning, though. Gets the first down. Gets a 3-yard gain, but that's going to be enough. Ball goes down to the 47-yard line. Greenwood dropping back, looking downfield. They're just trying to get him involved there. That's Brewer, but Brewer is just not able to get involved. I know that Parkview has really worked on that this week.
Yeah, just couldn't get under that one. He just overthrew him a little bit.
Tough thing to ask a sophomore quarterback to do some things that they're trying to do tonight, but he's doing a good
wheel route
job.
again.
Nice throw to Robbins.
Look at him.
Spin move. They're going to call him out of bounds.
All the way back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a yard short. About a foot short, I guess.
Yeah.
See if they get a measurement maybe.
So we're going to have third down and a foot. Maybe? Nope, first down. They're going to call first down.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup. Yeah, he, I really like L.J. Robbins, what he's been doing. He got some nice spin moves on him.
Absolutely.
Tiptoed down that sideline a little
Here's
bit.
Glover. Glover gets up the field. He's across the 30.
Makes a man
juke
miss.
move. Gets down to the 15, where he's brought down all the way down to about the 13-yard line. I believe that was a 17-yard gain. No, that was a bigger one than that. Glover
about 22 on it.
Met in the backfield. That's a loss of 2.
Glover, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs, loss of 2.
Isaiah McKenzie, he seems to have a nose for Glover. Glover's had one heck of a ball game tonight, though. Glover fakes the handoff. Dean is in trouble. He's going to be sacked, and they're backing him up. Gets all the way back to the 22-yard line. Loss of 7 on that play. Greenwood going in the wrong direction right now. You got to get all the way down to about the 3-yard line for a first down. So that brings up third down and 19.
Third down and 19 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
We're 1:18 away from the fourth quarter here.
Stacked wide receivers on both sides. See what they run out of this.
Got to get to Maumelle for this one.
There you go, buddy.
Dean looking down the field. Intended for Brewer, nothing there, and we got fourth down.
Fourth down for the Bulldogs.
34-21. 1:03 to go. Live here from War Memorial Stadium. 4 down territory, 5 wide receivers.
Let's see if that offensive line can hold up for Dean. He's got pressure. He better get rid of it.
in the pocket. Ball is thrown away. Really nothing there.
Dangerous pass right there.
Tough play there. And turnover on down is going to go to Parkview. Parkview got to feel real good about themselves right now.
Honestly, an interception there, if he falls down, might have been better for Greenwood.
Right, for sure.
But, yep, Parkview, that's a big stand by your defense. That's got to fire your offense up here. And let's see if we'll see how Greenwood's defense reacts to that drive, and see if Parkview can kind of come out here hot and drive down the field here. And if they do, they kind of putting the game away a little bit.
Well, you know, they weren't in any hurry on the last possession.
Yeah.
Don't expect them to be in this possession. Tavian Haney is your back. They hand it off to him. He gets up the field. Ooh, that was close right there.
They're just so athletic and quick. You got to get a hold of them. You got to get contained or they're gone.
So ball goes all the way out to the 29-yard line, 7-yard gain. Second down and 3. Tavian Haney with a 7-yard gain, and like you said, just so many guys to give the ball to, so many guys that are productive.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. You got Willie Eccles, you got Haney, White can keep it. Of course, we know Joynter. You got Hobbs, you got Parker Perry. Just a lot of talent in that backfield.
Ball handed off, goes over to about the 33-yard line. Looks like Haney again on the carry. Looks like that's a gain of 4. That's going to be enough for a first down.
3-yard gain to the 33-yard line.
Looks like Parkview's going to take this one to the fourth quarter. We're going to take it with them, folks. This is upset in the making. Number 5, Parkview, with a 34-21 lead over Greenwood as we go to the fourth quarter. We'll be back in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Look at that beautiful moon over War Memorial Stadium as we come to the fourth quarter with number 5 Parkview leading number 1 Greenwood 34-21, and Parkview looking to close this one out here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just been an excellently played game. Two teams just really coming at each other, and Parkview's kind of taking the reins right here and taking control of this game. This drive can't get any bigger right here for the Greenwood Bulldogs. They've got to get Parkview off the field and get a stop.
Make sure you're sharing this with somebody, letting them know that you're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right here between Parkview and Greenwood. Again, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Twitter, whatever you want to do. We've got all kinds of platforms for you to be involved. And if you like the Razorbacks, you're going to like the Arkansas Sports Network. Handoff goes to James Joynter. Ball is going to be marked on the 33. No gain on the play.
Good job by number 43 to get in there from that backside and drag him down.
Joynter with his 21st carry on the game. Still 148 yards, 3 touchdowns. Has been very impressive behind this Parkview line. So here we go.
148 for Joynter. You got 35 for Hobbs. Just a plethora of guys to hand the ball to.
Tell you what, Parkview, they're being methodical. 6 seconds on the play clock. 5, 4. They're not going to get this one off. 3, 2. Oh, they did. Handoff goes to Joynter. He gets up the field across the 40.
Look out.
Up to the 50 and across the 45-yard line. Looks like he's going to get down to about the 44-yard line. That is what is that, a 21-yard gain there? 22?
First and 10.
22-yard gain
at the Bulldogs, 44-yard line.
Joynter.
Yep.
The 22-yard gain there, and I tell you what, that was a fantastic run by the Razorback commitment. And again, this is what we're here to show you. This guy looks like he could be a factor on the hill before it's all said and done. Big Jalen White looked good as well tonight. quarterback for Parkview, going to Ole Miss. Handoff goes to Joynter. He gets up the field. Gets about 4 on that carry. Bring up 2nd down and 6. So Parkview is content to let some clock run. Parkview's content to let some clock run as they are huddling very methodically right now. So
ball carrier brought down at the 42-yard line for the Patriots.
So we're going all the way down to about the 37-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. We're under 10 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Again, Parkview up 34-21, looking primed to pull the upset over the number 1 Greenwood Bulldogs. Again, Parkview got a tough road to hoe coming up. 1, 2, and 3 left. James Joynter gets the carry. He's gone. 10, 5, touchdown. James Joynter, 37-yard touchdown run. And I'll tell you what, he has looked fantastic tonight. And that's his 4th touchdown of the game. Joynter, tell you what, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Blocked it up well. Nobody touched him till he got to the end zone. And that might be enough to give Parkview the victory tonight.
Yeah, the last 2 touchdowns by Parkview are identical 37-yard scampers by James Joynter, and he's up to 211 yards rushing.
Wow,
in this one
211
against a Greenwood defense. You don't see that a lot.
40-21 is the score. Point after touchdown is up, and it is good. 41-21 is your score. Parkview looking very good. And we're going to be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a moment.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Parkview 41, Greenwood 21. Not really, a little bit what we didn't expect, I guess. Parkview being able to get maybe win the game, but be up 20 right now. I'm not sure that we were expecting that.
Yeah, I felt like this was the time. Greenwood was a little bit vulnerable. Kind of saw the injuries and the loss to North Side, the struggle with South Side, and kind of thought that this could be Parkview's night to change the tide. And but I never saw this. I never thought they'd be up 20 points late in the midway through the 4th quarter.
So kickoff goes.
Glover's got it.
Glover got it up the middle, and I tell you what, it's got that burst. It gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Yeah, 41-yard line. That's where Greenwood will start.
He's not a big back. He's fearless, and I love how he just runs hard right down the middle.
Yeah, he's going straight ahead. I like that about him.
Marked down at the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So they're going to start this drive on the 41-yard line.
Greenwood needs to make something happen in a hurry with 9 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the ball game. Robbins in motion. Dean drops back. He steps up in the pocket, gets it out to Robbins. Robbins gets up the field, makes a man miss, gets across the 50, gets down to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Parkview wanted a little bit of a block on the back there. Didn't get the call, and good job by Robbins. He's impressed me as well tonight.
15-yard gain for Robbins. That's 1st down. Greenwood snapping it again. Gets it out to Robbins, but they're there with him. That's going to be a loss. Looks like a loss of about 3 on that one. Robbins looked like he might be a little bit shaken up, grabbing his leg, but he's going to tough it out. Second down and 13 now for the Bulldogs.
Dean's up to 220 yards passing. Does have an interception.
Dean, almost
has a second one. I might have jinxed him right there.
I tell you what, just looking at him, he's a sophomore.
Right.
Talking about a guy that was playing junior high football last year. Now you're playing against guys that are going to be in the SEC in a year or two. I mean, it's a tall task to ask a young man like this to come in and really be productive, and he's done pretty well. But I tell you what, that Parkview defense is giving him a little bit of trouble. Screen set up, gets it out to.
Good job by Glover breaking tackles.
Gets it out to Glover. Glover gets out to about the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard gain, but it ain't going to be enough. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, or the original line of scrimmage. They're going to call it 4th and 9, and I'll tell you what, this is desperation time for Greenwood. They're going to give a 5 wide receiver look, and Parkview's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Parkview 41, Greenwood 21. We'll be back in a moment. Back here at War Memorial Stadium, big play for the Greenwood Bulldogs, down 20, trying to make something happen here. 4th down and 9. Glover goes out wide, and we've got a false start. False start on Greenwood, going to back him up 5 yards, going to be a 4th down and 14. Tough one right there for Greenwood. They were already behind the 8 ball, and then you give up 5 more yards, and I tell you what, against a quick defense like Parkview, I mean, we'll see what happens. I know Greenwood's got some magic. They always do. Glover goes wide. Dean is flushed out of the pocket. He's looking downfield. He's got Brewer, but there's somebody there. Nice play there by number 8, Stephen Walls Jr., and that is going to be a big one right there.
1st and 10 for the Patriots.
And that was number 9, correction. That's Kavion Perkins. Big time play by Perkins. And Parkview is now in control with 8 minutes even left here in this ball game. And we've seen it over the last few possessions, Duran. Parkview's not going to be in any hurry to snap this football.
No, definitely not. They want to milk this out. If it's up to them, Greenwood doesn't get the ball back.
That's right. Tavion Haney coming back as your running back, and we've got Jalen White as your quarterback. Haney gets the ball, goes up the middle, gets across the 50 down to about the 48. 2-yard gain for Haney.
Yeah, number 75 pulling on that one. Haney just gets in behind him, follows him up for a 2-yard gain.
To the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Huge.
For the Patriots.
This could be a big win for the Parkview program, a program that was taken over just a few years ago by Brad Bolding, and he has done a phenomenal job resurrecting the Parkview program. And I would say at this point, right now, you're talking about the high point as number 1 Greenwood has come into War Memorial Stadium, and Parkview has really given them fits tonight. Jaylen White hands the ball off to Haney as he gets up the field. Actually, that's Hobbs. Hobbs takes the handoff. He gets to about the 44-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots, coming up on the 7-minute mark here left in the ball game.
Third down and 4 for the Patriots. Falls at the
under 7 minutes to go. They're just taking their time. Jalen Smith coming into the ball game for Parkview. Another first down here, and you can run a couple minutes off the clock.
Break the huddle with 10 seconds, down to 5 right now. They're going to snap this with about 2 or 1. He gets it off.
Snaps it. Gets it up to Joynter. Joynter across the 40 to the 35 to the 30 to the 20, 15, 10. He's to the 13-yard line. And that's another huge gain for Joynter. That's a 31-yard run for Joynter, and they get down inside the red zone. I'm not even sure he wanted to score on that one.
Yeah, he's got 242 yards right now and 4 touchdowns. And I tell you who reminds me of, Brad, is a little bit of a DJ Dean. Just kind of a one-cut, get up, get vertical, hard to bring down, runs hard, physical runner. And I'm excited to see what he can do on the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Especially behind a Sam Pittman line.
I'll tell you what, he's got to be excited to watch the Razorbacks run the football as they've run it so far. And I tell you what, he looks just as good as about anybody. Handoff goes to him. Joynter,
that stiff arm.
That's his 5th touchdown of the ball game. Touchdown, 13 yards out. And this is one of the best running back performances that I have seen in high school football with my own 2 eyes. 47-21, James Joynter, 13-yard run for a touchdown, and that's his 5th of the ball game. And I tell you what, he has put on a show in this Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Here, it has been a phenomenal performance by Joynter.
Yep, 255 yards rushing, and Greenwood hasn't had an answer for him defensively. I mean, it's been the Joynter show, and they've got enough weapons that you got to stay sound. You know, you can't just key on them constantly because they'll hit you with an Eccles or somebody on the outside, and he's tore them up.
Extra point is good. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week here in just a moment.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, and we've got another game that we'll be bringing to you next Friday as we will be traveling to Fayetteville as they take on the Rogers Mounties. And I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to seeing Arkansas linebacker commitment Manny Powell. That's going to be a big one here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week as we go next Friday night.
Yeah, Manny Powell, he just sounds like he's going to hit you. Sounds like a boxer. Perfect name for a linebacker. And you have a bumper pull and a Manny Powell. And, that's going to be super exciting to get to watch him. Just like Glover here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's impressed me tonight. There's a face mask on that one.
Yeah, Glover has been impressive for the Bulldogs. He has really had a good ball game tonight, but it's just been not quite enough. Greenwood is dealing with injury. Greenwood is dealing with different things. You know, their main starter quarterback was not there. They've been dealing with different things, and it's just sometimes this happens. We'll see how it goes at the end of the year here, because Greenwood is going to be there at the end of the year. They always are. That state title game usually runs through Smith Robinson Stadium.
Yeah, that's definitely right. I definitely think Dean getting some more experience as this season goes on, and by game 8, 9, 10, I think this will be a different Greenwood team. They're going to ride the ship.
Cameron Crone getting a carry here. Second down, and it looks like about he gained 4 or 6 on the play. Second down and 4 for the Bulldogs. 48-21 is your score. We're under 6 minutes to play. Dean takes a snap, run a little RPO action, gets it out to Robbins. Robbins getting it down to about the 30, we're going to call it the 34-yard line. That's a 15-yard gain, and that's going to be enough again for a Greenwood first down. They're moving it quickly, trying to get the ball in the end zone. Still some time on the clock. They're not going to give up. Dean looking out to the right-hand side. He looks for the snap, and it looks like we've got another possible snap infraction. Snap infraction. There's been several of those tonight for some reason. I don't know what the center's doing that these referees do not like, but whatever it is, it just hasn't worked out very well for him tonight. Here we go. Cameron Crone comes across the face of Dean. Dean looking down the field. He's got a man. That's Brett Wood. Brett Wood gets the ball all the way down to the 4-yard line. That's a 35-yard pickup for Greenwood. Greenwood now inside the 5, trying to score a touchdown and maybe get a chance for an onside kick. Nice throw by Dean. He's showing some poise. Handoff goes up to Glover. Glover trying to get around the end. It's just Parkview's too fast. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Brings up second down and goal on the 5-yard line.
Bulldogs, it'll be second down and goal, also the 5-yard line of the Patriots.
Here we go. Greenwood brings a man in motion. Trips to the left. Handoff goes to number 30. That's Crone again. Crone. Looks like he went backward again. That's going to be just a quick, maybe a loss of 1. So 3rd down and goal. Ball on the 6-yard line. Greenwood's got to make something happen here. Handoff. Fake goes to Glover. RPO action. Brewer for the touchdown. Nice play. Nice fake by Dean. Luke Brewer gets a touchdown, and that's going to make the score 48-27. Extra point pending.
Nice drive right there. You'd like to see that. You know, the game's in hand. They're not going to give up. They come down here and score, put one in the end zone, and no quitting the Bulldogs. And it's definitely something you builds confidence with right there, especially for a sophomore quarterback.
Now, stranger things have happened. It isn't quite over yet. I just can't count Greenwood out just yet. Extra point is good. Score is 48-28. 4:16 left in the ball game. You expect an onside kick here very soon. We're going to come right back with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this. Greenwood lining up for the onside kick. Down 20 points here. Here's the kick, and it's going to be smothered by number 11, Xavier Branch, I should say. And Parkview is going to start on the 50, and now it's going to get real tough because Greenwood just hasn't had an answer for the run game of the Parkview Patriots. And they ain't throwing it right now.
Yeah, you got James Joynter with 5 touchdowns, and he could get a 6 right here. And they've got a rough job of stopping him, and just a tall task. So let's see if Greenwood can hold him.
Jalen White.
Get the ball back with a little bit of time and maybe go down again.
Been watching quarterback Jaylen White. He has been limping out there. They haven't asked him to do a whole lot here in the second half of play just to hand it off. And they do it. They hand it off to Hobbs. Hobbs gets up the field, gets to about the 49-yard line, and they're just going to let some clock run now. But as we get to almost the 4-minute mark, 2nd down and 9 for the Patriots as we are starting to wind this thing down. Parkview looking out to the coaches, trying to make something happen. Trying to look at the signals, see what they call. I'm going to say they're going to call a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I think everybody in the building knows that.
Well, I tell you what, Parkview has looked very good tonight. Their offensive line getting a good push on the defensive line of Greenwood. They've looked very good as Joynter gets up the field. Joynter looks like he gains about 7 on that run. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. And I'll tell you what, anytime Joynter has come in, it's just looked just a little bit better for the Patriots. Joynter has been everything that we thought that he could be, bringing you this Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. We come to watch the Razorback recruits, and James Joynter has not disappointed.
Yeah, Parkview come out here in their black jerseys tonight, just fired up. You know, knew this was a big game, and he has not disappointed. 27 carries, 262 yards, 9.7 a clip, and he's carrying some men right here. If that was Joynter again, I couldn't see the number.
I believe it was. He is going to gain 3. That's going to be enough for a first down. And I don't think there's any doubt that he is going to be our player of the game tonight. We just got to find out how many yards he's going to end up with. If he gets every one of these yards going down into the end zone, he would get 300 for the game. He has had one heck of a ball game. He's probably saved his best performance of his high school career for the biggest stage.
Yeah, they're 39 yards away from pay dirt. He needs 35 more to get 300.
Joynter in the pistol behind White. They're going to hand it off to him. He gets up the field.
Bit of a high snap, and number 4, the Ole Miss commit, he does a great job, Jaylen White, of handing that off and getting it to the running back.
It's a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9.
2 minutes remaining in the contest.
And we're under 2 minutes to play, and Parkview is going to win this ball game. Number 5, Parkview in 6A, looking that they're going to move up, but I tell you what, their road doesn't get any easier.
That's right.
As they are playing Lake Hamilton next week. They've got Benton the next week, and then the 6A West is just really not forgivable at all. There's all kinds of good teams in it.
This conference is stacked. I got to do some Lake Hamilton last year against Russellville. They played Greenwood for a state championship last year, and they have a fullback. His name escapes me at the moment, but he is a bowling ball back there. You can't tackle a kid. He's they led the state in rushing much of the season last year, and it's going to be a tall task for anybody.
Joynter no gain on the carry. We're coming down on 1 minute play. It looks like one more snap of the football is all that we'll need to wrap this one up. 3rd down and 9.
That last carry was his 30th, 266 yards. 5 TDs is impressive. He's also got 1 catch for 21 yards.
Parkview's rush for 357 tonight. Not just Joynter has been able to get the rushing yards. There's been, Hobbs has really done a good job. Haney has done a good job.
White's got a few yards.
Yep. Parkview's going to take a timeout. Let's take a quick one with them. 37 seconds left to play. 48-28. We'll be back in a moment.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here for your Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. 37 seconds. This game looks to be iced. Jalen White, they're going to get into the victory formation, and Parkview is going to pull the upset over the Greenwood Bulldogs. White takes the knee, and that, I think, is going to do it. Coach Boulding out on the field. He's fired up, folks, as Parkview comes in and beats Greenwood 48-28. It's been a great game by the Parkview Patriots.
Yeah, this is the biggest win in Parkview. Maybe history. Definitely in recent tradition in the last decade or so. This is a huge victory, and love to see them shaking hands out there, showing the sportsmanship. But Greenwood took this one on the chin tonight.
They sure did. And so we're going to come back. We're going to wrap things up right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Again, your final score, Parkview 48, Greenwood 28. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap it up.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here at War Memorial Stadium, Parkview, celebrating with their students and their fans as they pull the big one tonight, 48-28. They really set the tone for the high school weekend. It's going to be a great one here in the state of Arkansas. And I tell you what, 48-28, I thought Parkview had a chance to win this one tonight. I don't know that I expected the score.
Yeah, I definitely didn't either. And just a big moment in this program for Parkview, and just really played a fantastic ball game, and Greenwood just did not have an answer on defense. Slade Dean, sophomore, got the start tonight, did some pretty good things. I mean, he threw 3 touchdown passes, 274 yards, 22 of 28, but he did have 1 interception. A lot of short stuff. Glover LJ Robbins did a good job of kind of taking some of those, making some yards out of them. He had a big night. Got 181 yards for him, 81-yarder and a 45-yarder.
Very good game by him. Also, Jake Glover had a great game for the Bulldogs, but it just wasn't enough as Parkview pulled away in the second half.
Parkview did a good job on Glover. He had 95 yards right at the half. He only ended up with 127, so they held him to about 32 yards in that second half.
I'm impressed with the athleticism of Parkview, not just in the backfield, but on the line. James Joynter was the guy that we came here to watch. 30 carries, 266 yards, and 5 touchdowns tonight against Greenwood. Parkview rushed for 357 yards, only threw the ball 10 times tonight, but it was good enough for 62 yards, 419 yards total for the Patriots in the big victory. Again, we know that Parkview's got some real tough tests coming up, but I tell you what, they seem to be equipped for it.
Yeah, definitely. Lake Hamilton, it's going to be a tall task. Benton, it don't get any easier, and after what we saw tonight, I feel very good about their odds of really looking good at the end of that in this conference race.
Well, we'd like to remind you again, you want to join us next week as we will be live from Purple Dog territory, as we will be at Fayetteville to cover the Fayetteville Purple Dogs and the Rogers Mounties. And again, bringing you Razorback commitments, Manny Powell. Manny Powell is a guy that transferred from Ohio to Fayetteville because he knew he was going to be a Razorback. So he decided, hey, I'm going to spend my last semester of school at Fayetteville, and he's going to come. And I tell you what, he's looked impressive so far this season.
Yeah, very exciting to see that game and to get to see that young man play. And that's pretty special when your family's able to do that, and you get to move down here. They're coming down here the next year anyways, and get acclimated to Fayetteville, and the area, and it's going to be a big one.
Absolutely. So we're going to call it a day here. It's been a day, that's for sure. We've been here all day long. We'd like for you also, if you want to get a chance, check out the Razor Wire. Go like us on Arkansas Sports Network on Facebook. You can check out us on ArkansasSportsNetwork.com. Also, give us a subscription, however you say that. Hit that bell for us on YouTube as we are trying to build our audience here, and I think we're giving you a great product. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Again, Parkview with a 48-28 victory over number 1 Greenwood, and we will be back next week from Fayetteville.